Hello, friends. It is day 12 of November Daily Art Journaling, and the prompt for today is music. Now, this is a theme that's near and dear to my heart, and I'll tell you all about that. Um, I'm just putting some gesso and some sheet music down here so I can talk to you a little bit about some things. So, the reason music is near and dear to my heart is because of the family that I was adopted into. I was just a baby, and the father of this family sold pianos for a living. And the mother was one who thought her children should be very well rounded. So we, I say we because I had three brothers. I was the only girl. I think that's the reason I was adopted, was because they were looking to have a little girl. Um, were schooled in a lot of different things. At a very early age, I took piano lessons, as did my brother. We took voice lessons. We played instruments. My brother played the cello. I played violin and piano and viola. and, uh, so music became a big part of our life. And I remember as a youngster, cleaning day was on Saturday. We didn't have a television when I was real young. I remember standing on the neighbor's front porch looking through their picture window to see the television that they'd gotten with the round screen and everything, because that's what it was like back then. And we moved when I was about 6 into a larger home, and I think about that time we got a television, which wasn't much. It was a round tube thing that you had to put a piece of plastic over to change the color on, because they didn't have color TV back then. Everything was black and white. So, didn't spend a lot of time watching television. We spent time singing and playing instruments and doing other types of things. So, um, yeah, where was I going with that? Well, anyway, music. So, on Saturdays, it was cleaning day. And back then, the radio was as important as the television was. So we'd be cleaning, and my mom would turn on the radio because every Saturday afternoon we got the opera from the Metropolitan. So we'd listen to La Traviata and La Boheme and Faust and all of the things that you would hear from uh, the Metropolitan. And I was trained in classical music. When I took voice lessons, I learned classical style music. So the classics were important in my house. And I guess that's where I'm headed with this page. Um, and you'll see what I'm talking about in a little bit. Okay, so I've put some layers down. I've added some distress stain in several different colors just to give the background a mottled effect. The text, or not the text, but the music, the sheet music is showing through, and I'm just, you know, colorizing. I don't want stark white, but I also don't want something really dark. So I'm using those colors, but I'm also mopping up a bit. And now I'm grabbing some other paper that has some music notes on it, and I'm going to use that in the background. This is actually a resist paper. I was going to do a resist technique on it and forgot about it. Yeah, these are supposed to be quick pages, so I forgot about it. And these are papers from Tim Holtz product lines, so I don't know. I was feeling in the mood for Tim today. I guess I love all of his products and paper, and I think they have a antique or classic look to them. So since I'm going with those classical lines and looks, this I felt was very appropriate. And here's some old lace. Probably was a handmade piece of lace that was on the edge of a pillow at one time. But, there again, the antique, the classics. We had pillows with lace like this on the edge when I was a kid. Not a popular thing anymore, but, times change. And I'm just trying to position where I'm going to put these pictures. Now, these are pictures of the masters. Like I said, the masters were part of my upbringing. So Bach, Beethoven, Liszt, Tchaikovsky, all of the classics were things that we listened to. And so when I think of music, I think of all of these composers. And so I stamped them out onto some artist tissue and cut them out and frame them up with some more of those Tim Holtz papers. And I'm just putting them on the page. And there goes Bach. Can't forget about Bach. So I remember the first time my brother was playing in a concert and he was playing Requiem Mass, I think, and it was Bach, and it was a big pipe organ, and oh boy, shook the rafters. Anyway, uh, yeah, pipe organs. Wow. Okay, so need a little title, need a little embellishment. So I'm grabbing these resist letters, and I'm going to spell out music, and I'm going to use some distress stain on those letters to colorize. And I don't just want to use one color because that would be boring. So I'm using both the red and green on here. And where it is embossed, it will resist the color. So I'm just going to come back in and let that soak in a little bit, have the embossed areas resist, and wipe back the color from the other embossed area. And I'm going to use some Aleene's tacky glue to put these things down with. I'm using a glue gun and the tacky glue because the glue gun will hold it in place long enough for the tacky glue to set. I don't trust a glue gun in my journals to hold anything permanently, so you want to use some other kind of adhesive than a glue gun. But tacky glue will keep things down, but it takes a little while to dry. So, excuse me, I have created a few flowers that have some musical notes on them and stamped a few other embellishment pieces to put on the page, and I'll put a little bit of inking around the edges just to finish it off. And that's about it for my page today. And I look forward to tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow will be, oh wow. Tomorrow will be madness. Oh boy, what am I going to come up with for that? Okay, so anyway, I hope you guys are playing along. Be sure and put the tag on so we can find your work. That's hashtag November Daily Art Journal. And I look for you on Instagram and on YouTube. And have a great day, guys.